you can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loimacito is the best.
So yesterday, as I was checking my Twitter feed, I saw Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have been selected as Persons of the Year. Time Person of the Year. Persons, whatever. Let me ask you a couple of things. What is that supposed to mean? What is this Persons of the Year supposed to mean? In fact, let me ask you a question. Do you even read Time magazine? Have you read Time magazine? Have you read any article of Time magazine? Do you even know what are the contents of Time magazine? Have you subscribed to Time magazine? Have you purchased Time magazine? So if you don't read a magazine, you don't subscribe to it, it means nothing to you, that magazine itself, then why is it such a big deal for them to win this award? It's like me saying the Uruk Person of the Year from Uruk magazine. What is that supposed to mean? Or Bongo Kuti Person of the Year. You'll be like, what the fuck is Bongo Kuti? In the same way, Time magazine, Time is a brand, a magazine that today is irrelevant. It's like Reader's Digest. Once upon a time people used to read it, and now nobody reads it. It's from the forgotten era. It's like me saying Nokia, Casio, the olden Atari, It's a forgotten fucking era, man. Okay, then if you're still harping about, it's a great award. Okay, fine, explain to me, what did they get? Got $1 million? Did they get recognized by the whole world as, I don't know, is it a Nobel Peace Prize? In fact, if you're talking about winning these awards, just think about it. How stupid mankind has become. When Greta Thunberg was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, out of all the jokes in the year, a girl who is having health issues, mental health issues, who instead of studying is sitting outside the school and holding a poster. Just let that sink into you. Instead of sitting and studying and focusing on your career, you're sitting outside the school with a poster. Why doesn't this happen in a third world country? Please explain to me. Why in Africa or India or Pakistan, children are not sitting out with a poster, change the world, heal the world, save the planet? Because the father and mother cannot afford to feed them. The government is not going to give them free money. They have to sit and earn. They have to know their priorities. Oh, I need to have a career. I need to study hard. I'm not going to be being a bum. I'm not going to get unemployment benefits from the government. I can't be a hippie, take my Gora passport and go to a country or visa on arrival. And then, with the government charity that comes in, live like a king in a third world country. No, you'll never see Indians, Pakistanis, you'll never see people from these countries, Africa. What do you think they have nothing else to do in life, or they are evil people, or they are jobless? No, there are some very rich Africans also. There are some very rich Indians, very successful, but they don't have time for all this shit. Just in Western countries, nothing else to do. Shit, I'm bored. What do I do? Okay, I'll hold a poster, sit for a couple of years. You remember her famous speech that she gave? How dare you? How dare you? Oh, how dare you? I should be in my school studying. Yeah, now sit and fucking study in your school. Now, who the fuck asked you not? What? She is so worried about save the planet and climate change. Now the fucking masks that are coming out, these masks, sanitizer, plastic gloves. Do you know how much of fucking pollution has increased? It has increased like more than 8 times now. 8 times, all these plastic masks and all that. Now where is Greta Thunberg? Now why doesn't she say, oh stop it, oh stop it. See, she was rallying for, oh save the planet and stop burning fuel and all that. Okay, now nobody is traveling. So nobody is burning fuel. So millions of people have lost their jobs. Now who, Greta Thunberg is going to take care of those families who don't have jobs? Huh? She's going to feed their families. Oh, how dare you? Man, her mother is a fucking actress. Her father is also another joker. Both of them want to be relevant in the media. You seriously think a small girl has so much of clout, political influence that she can go and, you know, think of all this? In fact, if you see one of those interviews which was not scripted, where the reporter asked her a question, she couldn't answer it. You can just Google search. You can check it on YouTube. She said, I don't know, what do you think? Because she wasn't given a script. When she doesn't have a script to read from, she's a 9-year-old girl. She's a small girl. The poor thing doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. She's just listening to mom and dad. Always remember, children, a 9-year-old child is nothing but a product of parental upbringing. All these kids who, oh, I'm transgender now, I'm transgender, I feel like a man, I feel like a girl, I feel like... It's all upbringing. Why this is not happening in so many other countries? Why only in the West? Oh, transgender, oh, you're talking of Time Person of the Year, right? All these Person of the Year. Caitlyn Jenner, who was Bruce Jenner, an Olympian, okay, becomes Caitlyn Jenner after wants to have sex change because of mental disorder or whatever. And then comes out, I want you to see the video which was shot with a full-fledged Hollywood production where a man is dressing up like a lady in a mansion, in a fucking mansion next to the beach, prime property, it's millions of dollars worth of that mansion, that property, millions of dollars of, Hollywood production unit, all that. And he's walking in a lady's dress, the camera's panning, and then he says, I suffered so much pain and agony all these years. And now I'm coming out. I'm coming out to be the woman that I am. Check out my boobies. Oh, so nice. Oh, check out my vagina. You want to see my vagina? With a 70-year-old ball sack, which is sagging. Huh? You want to see it? You want to feel it? What fucking suffering. Staying in a multi-million-dollar mansion. Having a fucking private jet. Having a daughter who shows her vagina in a bumhole and sucks cock and gets money. Have you seen Kim Kardashian's porn? It's very entertaining. You should see Kim Kardashian's porn. That kind of family that sexualizes themselves, who are commercially very successful, who inject tons of fat into their butts and put silicone for their breasts. Okay, this family is going to teach you values. This family is going to teach you the goodness of mankind. And this kind of family that has a mentally disturbed poor father is coming out, so I'm a female. I am a woman at the age of 70. I don't know. And when Caitlyn Jenner was awarded some fucking Person of the Year, everyone was standing up and applauding, and you're so brave, you're so this, you're that. What is all this nonsense, man? What is all this nonsense? Now tell me, where is Caitlyn Jenner? You know why Caitlyn Jenner is no longer relevant? Because there were no subscribers, there were no viewers for the show. The media, which was trying to promote this as a nice Hollywood production for money, realized nobody's interested. People are bored. So when they realize, shit, there's no money here, okay, fuck this. Who cares about this courage and transgender, this nonsense? Fuck this. Let's go to something else. I don't understand when you people will get it in your head. The media likes to highlight issues on which they can make money. Greta Thunberg was relevant to the media when they were eyeballs. Today nobody cares about Greta Thunberg, so they're not talking about her. You remember how angry she looked at Donald Trump like this? Today, who cares about what she's doing? In fact, does anyone care about her well-being? Is she studying? Is she doing something? No, nobody cares about all that. They just care about, oh, climate change, right? Climate change. What the fuck are you doing about climate change? Have you given up your house? Do you throw your iPad out? Have you sold your iPhone? Given up your computers? And sat in a village hut? If you're doing that, fine. You're contributing to the benefit of the planet. You're sitting in AC, air conditioning or a heater, having a nice shower, using shampoo. Then what fucking climate change? What to save the planet? Shut the fuck up, man. Now Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. One old man who just jumps with his dog and breaks his leg, and the other female who was bitching about the same guy and has one of the worst track records, who is as fake as me faking an orgasm, that we will do it. If I can do it, you can do it. We women of color, oh, we are so great. And then brainless Indians, oh, she's Indian, she's Indian, in the village. Let us light one lamp, let us put Kamala Harris, oh, India did it. She doesn't even fucking identify herself as an Indian, man. What the fuck are you? She calls herself, I'm a woman of color. Or Indian? No, India. Yeah, there are so many Indians who are fucking in jail for rape and murder. Indian. Say that is Indian. No, that you will not say Indian. Someone achieves something great. Oh, the grandfather was Indian. Hey, Indian. Her mother or somebody was busy sucking the lollipop of a, some other nationality. That's how she came out. And there was nothing Indian about it. Fucking nonsense. Yeah. Time Person of the Year. Who the fuck reads Time? Tell me, have you ever fucking read a Time magazine? You're not read. Who the fuck reads it? What the fuck is this award supposed to mean? What is the relevance of this? Hey, Person of the Year. Person. The same magazine had Hitler, I think, as Person of the Year. Time magazine had Hitler as Person of the Year. Had Greta Thunberg, had praises for Kathleen Jenner. I don't know if she was also nominated. He, she, it, whatever the gender is. We live in a day and age where today if you're a man, you call yourself woman. That's courage. See, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have done nothing, have absolutely done nothing to prove that they are a force so good. They have not even started work and people are Person of the Year. It's like you coming and congratulating me for getting first class marks, distinction, when I've not even started my course for 3 years and appeared for the exam in the 4th year. So you have already given me a degree. Oh, you are a bachelor's. When I'm not not even started the program, not even started for the exam. This is the stupidity of mankind. This is how brainless people are. Oh, you call someone, oh, my son told me he likes dresses, so I made him a transgender and he puts it on social media. Oh, so brave. What a loving father. Oh, I dress my sons as princess. Oh, so brave. Oh, my daughter, I'm giving my daughter hormonal injection to find her true identity. I don't define my son who was, what? Gender assigned or some gender born as male, gender assigned, but now he's a female. He was a male, but now he's a female. But I don't define him by his genitals. No, I don't define him by biology. I don't define him by science. I define him by his heart, his feelings. And then you get these idiots on the internet. Though as per a study, as per a survey, it is proved that transgender, you can feel gender fluid. You can feel like a man today, you can feel like a woman tomorrow. It is scientific. How? I got this article in this one article that was published online. Oh really? Wow, okay. So one article finished. Science. Throw science in the dustbin. It's like, having this have you seen chocolate, for example, chocolate? Have you noticed chocolate has been rated with a lot of health benefits? Have you ever done the research why chocolate has been given so many health benefits? Because Mars, the chocolate company, largest chocolate company, created the research institute of scientists to do research on chocolate and present their findings. And out of, let's say, 100 papers, 98 of them that came out all confirmed that chocolate was good for health. None of them confirmed chocolate was bad. So when you have a sponsored research which is biased, they will come out with what they want. It's like, for example, a pharmaceutical giant that comes out and says, this medicine is good based on our research. Yeah, you want to sell your product and service, so you will say your product is good because you have to sell, right? Tell me one thing, if everyone is healthy, do pharmaceutical companies make money? If you don't have diabetes, will diabetic medicine sell? If you don't have blood pressure, will blood pressure medicine sell? If you don't have heart related problems, how will the hospitals work, man? When you're sick, hospitals and pharmaceutical giants make money. So the goal is, it's better you're sick. It's better you're dependent on our medicines. Please don't go for healing. Please don't let your body heal itself. Now, McDonald's, a healthy meal. Please explain to me. Which part of McDonald's? Which part of Burger King? Which part is healthy? Yes, they give you salad. You see the salad strip? We live in a day and age where information can be manipulated to make you believe what they want you to believe. Even if you have explicit evidence, that can be manipulated to make the other person look innocent. Media can make a person look good, media can make a person look bad. Donald Trump, the news channels that support him will glorify him. The news channels that don't like him will vilify him. Same with Joe Biden. Same with anyone. I would just tell you, I think it's time you use a little bit of common sense. Just a little bit. The problem is, common sense is not very common. So you have too many idiots on the planet, too many. So I just want to conclude by telling you this, okay? Joe Biden, Kamala Harris get Time Person of the Year, or let's say Nobel Peace Prize and all that. How does it help you? How does it make a difference to your life? Like these guys, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, yeah, so loot the stores, rob this thing, cause fights. Yes, our ancestors are suffering. Okay, good. So destroy everything today and shout Black Lives Matter, transgender matters, queer matters, trans something else. I don't know where. Oh, you should be proud of your breasts. Show your breasts openly. Oh, the vagina is the most beautiful thing that ever created. Show your vaginas openly. Vagina day out. I'm sure there are a lot of men who wouldn't mind that. I don't know how it's going to help the cause. Oh, nudity. Let's walk openly nude. Be natural. Oh, get a stripper. Bring a stripper to show children that this is natural beauty. This is happening. In fact, just Google search adults attracted to minors or something. Men attract. No, I don't know what it is, but pedophiles. It's a site for pedophiles where they consider it normal to be attracted to children sexually. Okay? They say this is a problem, we can fight, but it's normal. In fact, these third world countries that you see, so many of these, they call them sex pacts. They come here to target what? Underage children. Just join any of these Facebook groups. You'll see in some of these bars, they have 16, 18-year-old girls, okay? 18 to 16. And these girls are wearing really tight, small outfits and say, come to the bar, welcome. They're nothing but selling these girls for sex. And you should read the comments. Huh? The comments are, man, I would like to eat her pussy. I'd like to fuck her. With an ass like that, I don't mind even if she's underage. And if you click these profiles, these guys are all fake profiles. Some of them, to my surprise, are real profiles. They have a family, they have children. But for them, it is okay to have sex with someone else's child. These people also consider, oh, we need equal rights, and it should be normalized that sexual attraction towards children. So where do we stop? Tell me, where do we stop? Where does it become normal? Where does you can bring in the equation of religion? I saw one Pakistani Muslim guy said, Allah Ta'ala has said, and he has brought in science to say it is okay for a man to have 4 wives as long as he can love all the 4 wives equally, as long as he can follow Allah's this thing. And it's okay to have concubines also because he's a man. Where do we stop, man? I get people from India saying, Loy, you are sick. You should have urinology. Drink urine. That will heal your cancer. Yeah, why don't you drink my piss? It'll heal all your problems, your lack of common sense. You'll get plenty of it. My common sense will come out and go into you. Fucking hell, man. What stupidity. Where do we stop with this nonsense? And lastly, for those of you who keep sending me these links, okay, it's very simple. Ask a Muslim, ask a guy who follows Islam, show me evidence that Islam is true. Show me evidence that the moon was split into 2. Show me evidence that Prophet Muhammad went to heaven on a winged horse. Trust me, they will send you links. Ask a Hindu or a person who believes cow is God to send you links about drinking urine from the cow will heal cancer, will heal COVID. He will actually send you articles that say research data. Speak to a Christian, ask him, can you prove there were miracles of Jesus Christ? And they will actually send you stuff to show Jesus Christ is real. Today on the internet, you can even get people who will claim the earth is flat. You'll get people who will tell you about the vaccine was by some mastermind Illuminati group. You'll literally get everything. You'll get people who will even believe the Twin Towers, the tallest buildings that collapsed in 7 seconds or 11 seconds, the full collapse, was because jet fuel was at the top. So the whole thing came down in 11 seconds. It was not a controlled demolition. Fine. See, you believe what you want to believe. Oh, changing my gender. Oh, I'm Loy. Tomorrow I'm Lavina. Wow, so much courage. I no longer, my pronoun, please don't call me Loy as he. Please call me them and so, wow, so much courage, Loy, so much courage. Oh, please don't hurt my feelings. Don't call this breasts. I'm a man. I want to breastfeed. I want to chest feed my child. So please use gender neutral pronouns. You're hurting my feelings. When you're talking about links, you can get all the links you want to prove you're right. And the other side will get links to prove they are right. In fact, nowadays, a lady who is having a child with her in the bathroom, when her trousers are down and she's peeing and she's scrolling through the phone, she becomes a WhatsApp and Facebook expert because she will share this, and there'll be some other ladies like her who are jobless who will fuel the fire and agree with them. It's like, for example, in UAE, if you notice the lottery ticket, mostly Indians win. The lucky dip or the millionaires, lucky draw. And there is this conspiracy that the UAE government just wants to give Indians, or it's an inside job. Now, people don't use their common sense to think out of 10 people who apply, almost 9 of them are Indians. 1 is other nationalities. So out of 10 people who buy the ticket, every 10, 8 to 9 are Indians. 1 is of another nationality. So what is the chance that an Indian can get? If you had only 1 Indian, out of which 10 were Pakistani, the chances that a Pakistani would win would be higher, right? It's common sense. So there goes your conspiracy theories. It's common sense. And then, they conducted a survey. If I want to conduct a survey to say tattoos should be normalized, I can conduct a survey by appointing 10 people who have tattoos and taking the survey with them and asking, do you think tattoos should be normalized? I'll find girls who have boyfriends with tattoos, or ladies who have sons or daughters who have tattoos, and ask them, should this be normalized? Guess what? The findings will be overwhelmingly supportive towards tattoos. So these surveys, these reports, these links, it's all bullshit in today's day and age. I would just say that you need to use common sense, and if you don't have common sense, I think you need to just follow age-old tradition of what used to work in the past. Before, scientists and doctors who had dedicated their lives, would come out with certain research and findings. And if you didn't agree with one doctor, you'd go to another doctor. You don't agree with another doctor, go to another. And finally, you'd find a doctor whose reputation you could trust because he had so many people who had come to that person. I think it's time for us to go with that. Now, obviously, the downside to this is suppose you want to find the truth about religion, you go to Christians and you ask them about, is Christianity real? The Christian bias will fall into place. So that is where my first preference is common sense, using without being biased towards anything. You should be prepared to prove yourself wrong. You should be open to know, okay, I'm wrong, maybe I'm stupid. And majority of the people are stupid, but they don't want to admit that they are stupid. Anyway, what I would say in the end is there is no anecdote, there is no antidote, there is no solution, there is no way we can find a cure for stupidity. Stupidity has no cure. And we live in a world where the majority are stupid, the majority are ignorant, the majority want their biases to be confirmed, the majority want to know that what they believed all these years, from Lord Shiva, Durga Ma, Allah, Jesus, it's all true. Because they have wrapped their identity around it. In the same way, if you try to convince these anti-vaxxers, flat earthers, conspiracy theorists, it's pointless. So I would just say that if you are smart, just surround yourself with people who are intelligent like you and people who disagree with you. And then ask yourself, sit back, ask yourself, okay, and find out a solution. Don't be afraid to be proved wrong. Don't be afraid to disagree. And please, most importantly, don't fall for this media bullshit about Time Person of the Year and all that crap. The media is making you dance. Don't dance to them. That's all I have to say for this matter. Rest, you let me know what do you think. Time Person of the Year. Who the fuck reads time, man? The fuck are people talking? Anyway, you guys take care. This is me signing off.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Macedo is the best.